Hello and welcome back to Take a Sip Podcast. I'm Leche.
And I'm Tito.
All right, Tito, back to the freaking grind, dude, for these. What are you drinking this week, bro?
I am drinking a Yingling Hershey's chocolate porter.
Oh, yeah, I remember you brought me one too last time, and they were pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a heavy drink, though. It's a heavy drink.
Oh, yeah.
It's a porter, so.
Yeah, which again, the only porter I will probably drink.
Yeah. I'll drink a regular Yingling. Well, that's a lager, though.
Yeah.
That's not a porter.
Yeah. What about you? What are you drinking on?
Funny enough, you got a heavy drink. I got a light drink. I got a cider at Angry Orchards.
Ooh.
So
any specific flavor or just a regular apple?
Just a regular one. And I need to use a bottle opener. I just found out. So,
bruh.
I got this.
Not the teeth.
Nope.
No, I'm kidding.
There we go. Fuck yeah. That took a bit right there.
Very nice.
All right. Nothing but movies. A lot of movie trailers, and the only reason why there's a lot of movie trailers, for the people who do not live in America and watch this. This weekend that just passed by was Super Bowl 52 to be precise. 52? Yeah, 52. 50. I don't know.
53, I think.
53, yes. The only thing I know is that Rihanna performed, and I watched that. That's all I did.
Yes.
Because I don't like the two teams that were facing either way, because I didn't give a fuck. Being from New England, we don't care. But if I had to root for a team, it would have been the Eagles for sure. But they fucking chose to lose, so...
See, that's where we differ. Because again, I don't know anything about football. I know some things.
Yeah.
And I was actually kind of rooting for the Chiefs, to be honest.
No.
When I was at work and they won, it was only me and two other ladies who were sitting there who kind of cheered. And then everybody at the bar just like daggers. We just felt daggers.
Who the fuck? Like, no one supports Kermit, bro. Kermit.
Oh, wow. Well, no, fuck the Kermit, but...
Yeah, but yes, there was a lot of movie trailers, a lot of, Super Bowl. A lot of people don't just watch it for the game, of course. There's individuals that just don't watch sports, and they like the commercials because they like to put in a lot of money for the commercials. Super Bowl. So there was a shit ton of good trailers that came out. So...
Hold on. Before we head into the trailers, I have two questions for you. Did you see the Blue Moon trailer?
No, I did not.
The commercial. The Blue Moon commercial.
No.
It's so funny because the whole time you're thinking it's actually a commercial for like Coors Light or Miller Lite, I think it was. And then it just ends up being like, no, this is a commercial for Blue Moon. Oh. That one I recommend watching. That one was funny because it bashed the other two while supporting itself last minute.
It's like, no, I'm neither one of those. I'm actually a better one. It's called stuff in their bag.
I recommend watching that one. That one was pretty fucking funny. And what did you actually think about the Rihanna halftime show?
Just for the people who weren't watching it. So I think that was her way of telling everyone that she was pregnant for sure.
Again.
Of course, because she was pregnant, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt of it being, tame and not being so energetic. And it was still good. You got me? It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. Super show for sure. So I know there's a lot of memes, bro. I think I like the memes more of
that it's a Super Smash Bros. Stage.
That it's a map for Super Smash. Dude. I was like, no, people are getting dirty, dude. It's crazy.
But you see, I've seen I'm a big Rihanna fan. I know, hard to believe me, a Rihanna fan. Which one I defend her because people are like, oh, all she's playing is like her old music. Yes, she has not made any new songs in 5 years, I believe.
Yeah, her latest song, technically speaking, is the one from Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
But even before that, it was like just 5 to 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last song entirely.
Exactly. So yes, she's going to play all of her hit singles, whatever. You got me? And even still, like you said, she announced she is pregnant again while at the same time she's coming out of a pregnancy, right?
Crazy. That's crazy.
So, but from what I've been told by past moms, it is much easier to get pregnant again after you give birth.
Not trying to be technical or anything. I mean, I've talked to a lot of course, my brother's girl being pregnant. Naomi was pregnant at some point too, my sister. So they said like once you get pregnant, you are very fertile and you are more likely to get pregnant quicker. For the people who don't know how biology works. So
But yeah, like you said, that Super Smash Bros. Stage meme has been fucking hilarious. Another one that I did see also was like when she got that big red jacket on.
Oh.
People like screenshotted that, made her cartoonish, and said you are challenged by like gym leader Rihanna or something, Elite for Rihanna, and like give her a whole fucking Pokemon team based on her outfit.
And there was also a meme. This one's a little bit not too tasteful for sure. But it's like you know how the guys were running in with the white tracksuits and shit? The joke was like, oh, Rihanna's guys semen coming like, yo, ready for the Super Bowl. Be like, oh no, dude. Oh, mean, bro. That one's I was saying it was not too tasteful, that one. But it made me chuckle for sure. I'm like, because it was so like out of pocket.
Yeah. And also from what my little sister was telling me, because my little sister's also a big Rihanna fan.
Oh yeah.
That apparently there might be like a whole other left shark moment.
Oh shit!
Because apparently one of the dancers that was in the floating platforms was doing some complete other dance compared to every other dancer that was up there.
I honestly wasn't paying attention.
I know, I wasn't paying attention to that, but if she's telling me, you got me like, she even noticed it, and she's a very picky person, my little sister. So I have to go back and watch it myself. But I'm saying if it's true, it's another left shark moment during the Super Bowl.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but she did okay. It wasn't the worst, like I said.
Yeah.
And of course, like I said, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt because she was pregnant, of course. So, I mean, if she wasn't pregnant, and if she gave a performance like that, then I would be criticizing her a lot more.
Yes.
More heavily, for sure. So. Well, she did great. I'm surprised she did the whole platform thing in the first place while being pregnant. I'd be so scared for her, dude. I'm like, no shot, bro. Fuck that. You're pregnant. What are you doing? You can't be played safe.
Well, that woman has balls. She has more balls than a lot of other men I know. Yeah.
I think the person with the biggest balls was Lady Gaga jumping off the fucking thing a couple years back. From the stage.
Yeah.
That's like crazy. She literally fucking free fall down, dude.
She free falled and then she was like running vertically for like a little second or two, right?
I don't know.
Didn't she start like running before she like leaped off?
She ran for the leap, yeah. I'm like, yo, fuck that. I'm out. I ain't for that. No way, Chief. Literally.
I know.
All right. But now let's get back into these fucking trailers because we got a lot of them to go through. So, and I definitely want to get your perspective on some of these and like thoughts and stuff. And I have a few thoughts on most of them. Some of them I just, are here for shits and giggles for sure. Like this, our first story, right? They're making a whole movie specifically from Apple TV. They're making a whole movie dedicated to the classic, one of the classic and first few games to be introduced in the gaming world, Tetris, which is interesting to me. So I want to hear your thoughts, just even us mentioning that they're making a Tetris freaking movie, dude.
I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like we should have seen this coming, right? Because there's already been so many like jokey gaming movies that have already come out. Pixel, was it?
Pixel,
there
Free
was like
Guy, stuff like that.
Free Guy. There was like the whole emoji movie. I believe there was one.
Is that no, Wreck-It Ralph and shit. Like that's an actual game.
Yeah, but those were like real films in a weird way. You get me? I'm saying like ones that take like real life games and then turn them into movies. But there's like no actual like anything in between it. You get me? Like at least the Mario movie. Yes, it's Mario. There's some sort of backstory. what's your backstory to Tetris and Pixel besides it's just random games or a random game that somehow magically changed the world? And even for this trailer, it's weird because it's like they're making it part of like Russian mafia type of stuff.
Well, the thing is, I was going to tell you that I did hear stories even way before this movie came out. The Tetris actually comes from a Russian game with the little blocks of 4 cubes. You know, Tetris meaning like what they said in the commercial was true. Like Tetris being like tetra being an object of 4 cubes put together. You get me? And that's what Tetris technically is literally objectively putting cubes or putting whatever string of 4 cubes together to fill out a space, essentially. So I did read that it does come from Russia specifically, and they did have a patent on it beforehand. So that's what I remember reading specifically from it. So I'm like, oh, dude, I didn't know that. And it used to be a physical game, not a digital game that they show, of course, that we're accustomed to seeing.
Oh, it's a physical game. Okay.
Yeah, like the actual, like it was literally like it would show the little box, the little line and stuff like that. It was a physical game that you would.
Oh, it says Greek for 4 and tennis.
Greek for 4, yeah. Oh, sorry, something like that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It is interesting, yeah, but they're making it more dramatic than it is, I think, for sure. Just like that whole Nike movie that's going to come out that we talked about last week. It's literally going to be like that, too. Like, just over dramatic. Probably didn't happen, but they have to spice it up, you know, like spice it up real quick.
Yeah.
But to make it cinematically good,
appealing and pleasant.
Did it probably happen? Yes, but not in that way.
Exactly. This is the over dramatization you see for a lot of shows, right?
Yeah, seriously. So that's what I'm assuming that's going to happen for this movie.
Yeah, and I the fucking Taron Egerton, I believe the main actor's name is. He's fucking hilarious. He's done a lot of great stuff as well. So I'm excited to see what he brings to this film a little bit.
Great mustache, honestly.
It is a great mustache.
It's a phenomenal mustache. I didn't know you could grow one that good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He had one for... Oh, God. What's this? Why am I blanking on his... Elton John. He grew like a full facial hair thing for like the Elton John.
I'm talking about just mustache itself like this. I mean, like
but he still had his mustache during that whole film.
No, mustache and beard though. He had this.
Oh, but I'm saying like you could see he could grow a good.
Oh no, I knew he could grow a beard, but I didn't know he could grow like that good. You get me?
Yeah.
Because sometimes like you could grow the whole thing and it looks good, but just the mustache by itself looks weird. You get me?
Yeah. Well, he's also English. We got to remember that.
Sure.
So. Different water out there.
Literally. Not the same water we drink.
No.
Yeah, but I'm intrigued. I just put it there because it is interesting. It's gaming related, technically speaking.
Yeah.
So,
and I do love the things too where they'll do like the moments where like everything, even the people get like pixelated for a moment.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll like go back to reality or whatever scene.
That's probably like something he like daydreams or something like he thinks of at the moment. They just threw it in there just to dramatize. That's the word. Yeah, like the moment that he's actually thinking in his head, whatever it may be. So, and talking about over dramatic, right? Dude, I am so sick of these movies, bro. I'm so sick of them. And hopefully this is the last one because goddamn, they're dragging this shit too long. They gave us the official trailer, like legitimately the official trailer for Fast X or Fast 10, if you will, for some people, which is the 5th movie in the entries of the Fast and the Furious movies. So it looks like it takes place many years after the 8th one, I believe.
It looks like it.
Because they look older.
Well, we skipped the whole movie. We skipped 9, but
that's what I'm saying. Because I know 9 was the time skip. 9 was the time skip.
Yeah.
So there was like I don't know how many years of skip it is though, for sure. But yeah, this one takes place like right after 9, I think. I would assume. So
yeah. And I'm interested to see how they use. If you haven't watched the trailer, but I mean, we've also been saying it on if they continue the Fast and Furious series the whole Paul Walker thing, what they're gonna do with him. And so I'm just interested to see what old school flashback scenes they pull. I mean, I know we got a couple of flashback scenes during the trailer. Mm-hmm. I just want to see how that's actually going to tie in a little bit into the actual full film.
Yeah, I mean, he already mentioned it. Like, so the spoilers alert for people who didn't see the trailer, at least. I think they already spoiled the whole plot of the movie, honestly.
Yeah, it looked like they did.
So the main villain is Jason Momoa. He's brought.
Nothing. Just
Jason Momoa. I thought I was going to say. No, Jason Momoa is the main antagonist, I want to say, for this movie. And the reason why he's a villain is because something they did, the fucking crew back in, I believe that was.
It's not the crew. It's the family. It's the family. La Familia.
Why can't they just ask me Italian at this point? Well, I think it was Fast 5 when they took they ripped the vaults out of one of like the drug lords' fucking places or something like that.
Oh, that's right.
I think it was the 5th one.
Yeah, I think it was.
It takes place all the way back there, so that's why they have like flashbacks of Paul Walker because of that specifically. Because he was still there for those movies.
Yeah.
So that's the only way they justified that part, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So. And again, we got a lot of big names. I mean, we obviously see freaking. Why am I blanking on his name? John Cena. Why did I blink on his name now? John Cena. We see John Cena come back. Obviously, the regular family crew that we see there, and now Jason Momoa is part of this.
What's her name? Charlie Thor. What's her name? Begins with TH. Her last name, I forgot what it is.
Throne,
I think.
Some shit like that.
That's her name. Something like that. But she comes out as well again because she was the main villain in 8. And then I believe who else comes back in this one? There was another character. Oh yeah, fucking Jason Statham comes back as well as Sean.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, and we still got Tyrese Gibson, obviously.
Yeah,
Michelle Rodriguez. And what's a Fast and Furious movie without Vin Diesel?
I feel like this is how it looks, dude. If you're not part of the Marvel MCU, you're part of this universe. Dude, that's how I'm seeing it, bro.
That's literally how it is. And I mean, we know where people are trying to get into first before they go second.
There's 2 choices, bro. The choice is clearly, clear.
You have your main choice and then your backup.
So fucking unreal, dude.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes, dude. Is it going to be good? Is it going to make a bunch of money? Yeah. No lie. A lot of people just love action nonsense movies.
And this is definitely one of those.
That's what that is. I mean, like my parents are probably going to be like, oh my God, look at that. Look how good that movie looked. You know what it's about? They're like, no. I'll be like, yeah, clearly. Because I don't either.
Even though I just told you the whole plot line, I still don't know what it's about.
Literally, we just explained what it's about, and I still don't know what it's about.
Still don't get it. No.
Like, why, dude? These guys have so much hate towards each other in this world, bro. Why do they hold grudges for this fucking long, dude? Like, get over it, bro. Chill.
Do you want to read that comment you posted in the Discord about this?
Oh, yeah. Dude, there was a comment, dude, that made me laugh on that trailer, bro. Someone literally said, man, the way
Dominic
uses his infinity gauntlet to destroy the world and uses the force to recreate it based on his ideals. And just chills down my spine. Like, bro, at this point, it would not surprise me.
That's literally what it is.
Oh yeah, they're literally pulling nukes in this movie.
They are
literally blowing up the planet.
Oh yes, because 2 helicopters about to lift this car up in the air are suddenly gonna get pulled together because this car magically weighs another ton heavier than they thought. So the helicopters just crashed together.
It's so unreal, man. That shit made me laugh when I saw that, bro. I'm like, no shot, dude.
It took me a second to understand what the comment meant, and then I watched the trailer and I was like, yeah. Yeah.
Yep. It makes sense. It makes total sense.
Uh-huh.
Guy has literally superpowers, bro. Straight up.
Oh gosh.
He's an Avenger level threat at this point.
It really is. It really is. I mean, at this point, this movie is both the Infinity Gauntlet and Flashpoint together.
Yeah, dude, all they need to do is just time travel, bro. They're good. They're Gucci. That's all they need left, bro.
Send them back into space.
Straight up.
This is the real Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue right here.
Yeah, straight up, dude. The Lightspeed Rescue, seriously, out of all of them, straight up. Dude. Like, we'll be there when you call because we're family. Be like, here we go. Bro. Fuck that.
Oh, have you seen the one where they like fuse him into the actual final war of?
Yeah, they put him in there. Yeah, with the cars. Dude. Oh, I see the car one where he's literally just ready like this. Oh, dude, there's too many, dude. We're making fun of it, but at the same time, this movie's gonna fucking sell out, bro. Like,
we're making fun of it, but we're gonna watch it ourselves at some point.
Literally, like, is it gonna be great? Yeah, it's gonna be funny as hell to watch. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking fantastic. This next movie, though, is a movie I definitely want to take more seriously when I watch it. It is John Wick 4, dude. I'm excited because I'm a big John Wick fan. I'm a Keanu Reeves fan. Correction on that. So. Seeing this man in another movie is just fantastic for sure. So it's going to be awesome seeing him in Chapter 4. What is this one about? I'm a little confused on the plot line a little bit because of the third one kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. I don't know if you've ever kept up with these movies. Probably not, right, Tito?
A little bit, especially from everything like you've told me and like the clips I catch during like Instagram and stuff.
So just a quick recap for people. The first one is just him getting back into the assassination game because, a Russian's kid, killed his fucking dog and stole his car from his wife that left it to him. Comes back into the assassin life. Because of that, the repercussions of him coming back in the first one, the second one starts out him trying to one of his old companions hearing that he's come back wants to settle a deal that he had open for him. And now he could take advantage of him since he's back to use him and manipulate him to get him out of the way and to, advance his to do his advances pretty much in his whole settlement. And because of the deal he did, and it was a blood pact, whatever that case may be for that movie. Since he killed an assassin's family member, that goes against the code of the assassin's rule book, and he kills him inside the sanctuary that they call it of assassins. He goes excommunicado, which means that he's open to any assassin to kill him. I think that's the whole point of the third one, since he is an open contract for any assassin, for anyone to go and kill him. He wants to go and defend his name and reach out to the higher ups of the assassin world to try to clear his name. And he finds out they're the ones that actually want to kill him off.
Oh.
So, and that's where we leave off on that final one for the third one, where the people he thought he could trust kind of backstab him, but at the same time don't kill him. Because it was more like a double. Like, they shot him for show to prove to the higher ups that they're okay, but they didn't kill him because they actually like John Wick. You got me? They
were like a double secret agent type of
shit. Yeah, they didn't really kill him, but he's really pissed off. So this fourth one, I'm guessing, is him actually going to the actual highest person in charge.
The higher guys.
Literally be like 1v1 bro, like type of shit.
Yeah. So now he's going Kill Bill in this one.
Yeah, I think he's going full Kill Bill on this one.
Now that you put it like that, I'll be very honest, I'm very much more interested in actually watching the films myself.
Trust me, I try to piece it together because some things are like,
too hard to explain in the time we have related here.
Better watching it because they are fantastic movies, honestly.
They seem
do a lot of practical shit. They do a lot of practical shit.
Especially those fight scenes. Those fight scenes look fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we had like a moment a couple weeks ago where when we first heard about John Wick 4 getting announced that you kind of nerded out for a good while.
Yeah, because the choreography is always fantastic in these movies. So
yeah. Yeah, no, like you said, it's always visually appealing. The choreography is great. Wasn't there like a weird spin-off movie on this as well that it was like based on a hotel where assassins show up but they can't kill each other even though they have vendettas against each other because that's like their sanctuary, but then they also get raided. Oh, I forget. It was like hotel.
The movie, but I think I know what you're talking about. It's one that Dave Bautista comes out in. Are you thinking about that one?
It's like, so.
It's a hotel, but it's a sanctuary and it's a hospital for assassins.
Yes.
So yeah, Dave Bautista comes out in that one specifically that you're talking about, and it's not in the same universe. No.
Oh, I thought it was. I mean, it would have been cool if it was, right? Like
that would have been dope. Yeah.
The few that actually survived John Wick,
the ones that actually. The background characters that got shot end up in that movie. End up in that fucking timeline.
It's like, what happened? My whole team got died by John Wick. How'd you survive? I got hit by the car, but pretended like I died.
I rolled over and healed like straight up.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that movie, it could make or break depending if people are still interested in. Of course, I'm still interested, but am I going to willingly watch this in the theater? Probably not, honestly. So,
I feel like that's a lot of movies now. They're not really theater based unless you are like a super massive fan, right? Like,
yeah,
some of these other films we're going to talk about right now.
Yeah, these next two films are definitely ones that I definitely want to go and see in theaters. One more than the other for obvious.
Yes.
But the other one, I'm like hesitant to go and watch it because what it stands for, sadly, you get me?
Yes.
To justify to go and see that movie.
Yeah. So. And also, I just realized we haven't said anything. Tetris comes out March 31st.
I was going to say, we can say that in the end if you want to.
Well, we just did three right now.
Before we get into these last three, So Tetris, you said?
So Tetris, March 31st. Fast X, March 19th, actually. And John Wick comes out March 24th. So those are all literally based in March.
March has some competition, bro, when it comes to movies.
Oh, yeah. Two with great followings and one that has to now stand with them. And that one comes out after the first two releases.
Oh shit!
Tetris comes out after these first two, the last two we just spoke about.
Yeah, that one's gonna unfortunately not go crazy.
Yeah.
So for the last two, we will do it when we come back from our small break here. And we are back for our final two big hitter stories, bro. So let's start with the sadder one, in my opinion.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, well, yes.
I'm kidding. That's not the sad one.
Well, they're both sad in their aspects.
In different ways, they're sad for sure. Honestly. But let's start with the actual like real life sadness of like. Or not sadness, but more of a disappointment. The Flash. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The trailer looks fucking fantastic, which pisses me off, you get me?
Yes.
A little bit. Because of the whole situation with the main actor in this movie. And dude, oh man, it just looks great though, dude. It is literally what we thought it was gonna be for The Flash. It is literally the movie, or the Flashpoint, the movie, which is freaking phenomenal in my opinion that they're going that route. And me and Esme went over it, dude. Me and Esme were talking about it, be like, hey, this is actually the best thing they could have done for this movie specifically.
Oh yeah.
Opening up different timelines, opening up different multiverses, because that means they can literally, this is their hard restart.
Yes. And we called it. We
did call it. Straight up. Like, this movie is going to be that, I think. It's the fucking hard reset button of everything. So I'm like, good, dude. I just like that they teased other characters that we didn't even think that they were going to tease. You get me? So
we did name one that I'm super excited to see on this list.
Go for it.
So, I mean, obviously we still have Ezra Miller as Flash, which we know where that went. We see Ben Affleck come back as Batfleck.
Oh yeah.
As Batman. We get to see Michael Keaton as Batman.
That's crazy, dude. That he actually genuinely said, "Yeah, I'll sign up."
He said yes.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
And we even called it of them using Grant Gust to somehow turn this shit around. I know it's still going to be based off Ezra Miller's Barry Allen Flash, but using Grant Gustin. Why have I been shortening his last name? Grant Gustin as another Flash is definitely going to help the situation of them resetting everything, right?
Yeah, because that means if there's different Flashes like that, they can literally just throw a new Flash at any point they want to, which is fantastic in my opinion for them doing that.
And it works for them to finish off whatever they're trying to do with Ezra, but finish off Ezra Miller, start the Flashpoint, and reset the DC movieverse to what it should be, correct?
Yes. So the bad news about this, though, that means the following two movies that are supposed to be slated that are coming out this year and next year, I believe, or this year specifically. Or I think it's 3 movies, actually, because I think the Blue Beetle movie is supposed to come out this year too, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So Blue Beetle, the Shazam movie, and the Aquaman movie will not be part of the new picture for DC. I mean, that's according to James Gunn, the new director, the guy who's in charge of like DC now. So according to him, those movies, I think they're going to have the stamp of like elsewhere, which is like side stories for DC, but they're not part of the continuity that he is going to do going forward.
Correct.
So I'm like, all right, that's perfect. That's good. That means we could judge it solely on what it is.
Yes.
Is that means we can no longer put it as a big picture thing anymore.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the good thing. That means even this movie by itself, we could judge it as it is.
Yeah.
Same thing with Aquaman. Same thing with Blue Beetle. Same thing with Shazam. Even if they tease other characters in their end credit scene, it won't matter in the longevity for DC.
Yes. And saying that, I mean, this also set us up with a whole bunch of other characters, right? That they could do their continuity on. So we got Sasha Calle as Supergirl.
Yeah.
We have Michael Shannon as General Zod, which I know General Zod also has a lot of one-on-ones with Superman, and he's his own villain and has his own rights.
Those characters won't matter, unfortunately. You get me?
What do you mean? But I'm saying for this film.
Well, for this film specifically.
Yeah, they're in this film.
Oh, you're listing the characters.
You can literally see it.
No, my bad. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad, dude. Like, Supergirl's awesome that they even, like, include her. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. They're even including Supergirl in this.
Yeah, and I mean,
coming back.
Yeah, and I think someone who will also be continuing their role will be Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Even though 19 or 1840, whatever it was, wasn't exactly the best.
1984, yeah.
Yeah, but again, if all of those are going to get retconned, right? Like, hopefully they make a better Wonder Woman script and actually
give the first one was fantastic, I say. Just that second one was not it.
Yeah, no. But yeah, and actually give like, which we spoke about a couple weeks ago, of actually giving the Amazonians like another timeline type of piece
See,
where
I'm glad the way James Gunn is going, bro. He's doing the three main characters justice, the three main like people what it like justice to their their franchise. Doing Batman specifically the way he's gonna do it, that means we're gonna have Damian Wade as Robin, which he is technically the last Robin, technically speaking, or the latest Robin, if you will, of the DC universe now. So that means all the other ones have been there already. You get me?
Yeah.
That means we had Dick Grayson already be it. We saw Tom, which is the second one, I believe, be in it as well. The third one is the Red Robin as well. He was in it as well. So it's like, damn, Batgirl, that means already played her part as well.
Batgirl played her part. That would mean Nightwing is now someone. Red Hood is now somebody.
Yeah, so that means like, dude, they're like, fuck build up. We're gonna give you the main characters that we have now. Straight up like that. Which is fun. In my opinion, that's the way to go for these characters already. Like, we already know their story, you get me? Just set them up perfectly fine and continue on to what we know currently.
Exactly. And that leads it perfectly. Like, you make newer fans, right, for these characters, because you leave them kind of with like a mysterious background, which then helps you make an origins film later on.
If you want to, yeah.
If you want to. And it also brings these people now, if they're too impatient for that film, to go back to the comics and actually read up on these characters, right?
Straight up. That's what they're trying to do, man. So it's like, who are the authorities? What James Gunn said, up to the point where I had to look up who the fuck they were, and then I found out who they were. I'm like, oh my god, dude! All right, that's actually fucking good. Yeah. When I looked up who they were, I'm like, oh my god, that's good antagonists, like people versus Superman. I'm like, oh shit. I put it in together. Like, I was like, oh man, this is good.
And like I was trying to continue saying, it's like then for fans like us, we start nerding the fuck out, right? Talking about it. And then people's like, well, what the hell is he talking about? And then it goes back to the whole, they do their own research, they read the comics. Like this is the right way to do it. And I know what they were trying to do in the original ones. It just didn't work out how it should have.
They started too strong, dude. They started
way too strong. Yeah.
Man of Steel was great. It was a good stepping stone, in my opinion. But then they got overzealous and straight up said Batman versus Superman. But like, how? Why? Not even the who, but like, what the fuck? Like, how are we jumping literally from Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman? Like, what the fuck? Where's the in between? What's the buildup? You can't just slap that all in one movie.
No.
Like, nah, fuck it, we are. Be like, why? You get me? It's like they killed the momentum they could have had for that movie.
Yes,
they put it all in like 2 hours. Like they can't do that, bro. Have a Superman movie and then a Batman one separately.
Yes. Oh yeah. They should have done.
Yeah. Bro.
They should have done Batfleck first before Batman versus Superman. Yeah, the whole that whole thing. Because even then, there were still a couple of films in between that then just confused people to what Justice League was.
Yeah.
Right. So
then there was a long pause in between that.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense. So.
And for those wondering, The Flash is actually set as of right now to be released on June 16th. There is still time for them to say we're pushing it back a little bit just to make sure they get all their details right.
I think this is the final one because they pushed it already like 3 times, dude. That movie was originally supposed to come out in 2020, I believe.
Yes, but that was also during
COVID. That's why they pushed it back twice.
COVID. And then
they pushed it one final time for a whole fucking year because of the Ezra fucking shit. Yes.
So at this point, if they just say they're pushing it back one more time,
then no one's gonna go watch it if they push it back one more time.
I think it would be 50-50 if they're definitely trying to finalize all the details to make sure whatever they try to canon off of this film after comes out right.
No, but I think this is the final one, though.
I hope so. I hope so. That's the hope.
Yeah.
But again, I wouldn't be surprised if it were to happen one more time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either, honestly. The one day we do know that's finalized is for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, dude.
See.
Which, huh?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it kind of lagged out a little bit for me there.
Oh,
but yes, dude, this, unfortunately, it is the last Guardian of the Galaxy movie. And incredibly, honestly, which is funny enough, it was directed by James Gunn himself, too. So,
shit.
Yeah, he did all three. He did all three Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So that's why I have high hopes for James Gunn doing DC shit. So he said it himself. He's more of a DC fan than he is a Marvel fan. But he always loved like the outskirts characters, like the Guardians of the Galaxy were for Marvel.
Yes.
That's why he wanted to direct that movie specifically. So,
which he did a great job. I'll applaud him for that one.
Are like one of the highest rating movies for Marvel. So this one, I feel like it's gonna follow suit, bro. There's a lot of funny shit in this one that I saw.
Yeah,
a lot of Guardians. I feel like is one of those movies that it's a lighthearted comedy, but at the same time, they wanted to add a little bit more drama for this one specifically because of the things we already know that happened.
Yes,
you get me. Like the situation with Gamora, like things that happened, like the universe being in fucking shambles, because we don't know actually what happened. Like we knew what happened on Earth, like after the consequences of Endgame. But we don't know what happened in other planets like this.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, I think they did a little bit of that on Thor: Love and Thunder, but that was more of the God side, and they don't really get affected by that. You get me?
Yeah.
So we didn't really get to see it too much on their end. But this is going to be one of the first Phase 5 movies that's going to deal with galactic consequences that happen. You get me?
Yeah.
So
because
it's interesting to see.
Yeah, because it's literally at the beginning too when Quill is saying like, "Oh, I had my girlfriend, she disappeared, but then she came back and she's a complete dick." And then Gamora's sister's like, "Well, you're leaving out details, but yeah, that's practically it. What happened?" So now we're gonna figure out like the details, right? We're gonna flash back to the details and then see how it, like you said, how it affects the rest of the galaxy, the rest of the universe that we're in.
And I know in this one in particular, they did confirm the two main characters of the Guardians of the Galaxy do die. We just don't know who.
I have my assumption on one.
I have a prediction on which two, honestly.
Well, you're more nerded out. I'm pretty sure you know exactly who they are. Right?
I don't know who exactly it is. Me and Ezzy talked about it's the theory pretty much.
Yeah.
Who's gonna die for sure?
Do you want to say your theory now so that we could confirm after?
Oh yeah. So my theory for one main one that I know is probably 100% gonna die is Rocket for sure.
Okay.
The raccoon. If for people who don't know who the
Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon is definitely gonna get killed off. Then the second one that I'm still like 50-50, but most likely he will die because of the real life consequences of what's happening of his contract. It is Drax.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista is I think over being Drax already too.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, this is their final movie. So like no matter what happens here, he's done, he said.
Yeah.
So even if they don't kill him off, he's done playing the character.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely agree 100% on that Drax one. I don't want to agree on the Rocket Raccoon because he's such a lovable fucking character, right? But I also feel like that is why he will be the second one to get killed off.
If it wasn't Rocket, then it's probably Mantis.
Yes. But another reason why I definitely also think that it is Drax is because there is a moment, it's like a quick half second where you do see Mantis like full out on her knees crying type of stuff. And I know she would cry for anybody else on the team, but she is the most closest with Drax.
Yeah, even though like the way he treats her is like,
yes.
I mean, but that's how they are.
That's literally how they are.
Yeah.
Like in the last one of the we're here to take name. No, we're here to kick names and take ass.
Yeah. So it's like, no, but this movie for sure, it's gonna like one, it's gonna make a lot of money for sure. It's gonna be a really good fucking MCU movie.
Yeah.
So, for spoilers, Esbean did watch the Quantumania movie, and Esbean says that, according to him, on a scale from 1 to 10 on how good that movie specifically is, he gives us a solid 7.5. I'm like, all right, so it's not that great, but it's not that bad either. He's like, yes. The reason why he gave it that number, because that movie specifically is a lot of setting up of the new era of Marvel.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The Phase 5, pretty much. So he's like, there's a lot of setup, a lot of build-up, a lot of character development, a lot of stuff like that. So there's not really crazy points, being made across this movie.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So, I mean, that's still good. He's like, yeah, it's not bad. I'm not saying that's bad at all. Like, he said there's a lot of crazy shit.
And this is coming from a massive Marvel fan, as you guys have heard him in past episodes.
Yeah, so Azim's insane for sure. But when it comes to Marvel stuff, he loves me and him always talk about shit like this. So we did not talk about Guardians 3 yet. So I'm going to definitely bring it up to him to see what he thinks. But yeah, it's definitely shaping out to be, in my opinion, probably the best Guardian movie out of the 3. To me, still, I think the first one is still my favorite one. The second one is good, but it's not as good as the first one. But this one might shape out to beat the other 2.
I got it. Yeah, I understand why. I agree with it. Yeah, and I definitely love like the very old school retro rock music they have for like these films, right?
Yeah,
like that's one thing you learn to love of these films, the scoring of it, the soundtracks. And then obviously, like besides the characters, some of them get a little bit more annoying over time than others, but you end up loving them all just the same, or one a little bit more than the other. Hence why Groot is such a massive character, massive fan loved character loved. What?
Fans love Groot. Just keep it simple. A lot of people love Groot.
Yes, so especially Baby Groot.
Before Baby Yoda, we had Baby Groot.
Before Baby Yoda, Baby Groot had to spread his leaves before Baby Yoda could fly on his little thing.
On his little It's true. We saw this man walk before Yoda could fucking fly.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, and then like we even said last week, I believe we see a couple of newer characters get introduced into this too. Yeah. Which is also going to set up, I'm assuming, future characters or even future people to be announced in the universe.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm super excited for because they all seem to be massive actors as well.
Yeah, like Adam Warlock being teased in there. Yeah. Other characters people don't know the names of, most likely. Rocket's girlfriend gets introduced, which is that otter thing that he hugs. That's why my suspicion on that he dies comes up because of that too. They're trying to make us feel sentimental on that character.
It's like a sacrifice for love type.
Yeah, I was gonna say just like a quick snap and he's gone.
Yeah,
from the movie. So
don't say that.
I don't know. It usually goes like that though. You know how it is.
But yeah, I'm super excited for this film as well. And this one is actually closer than the whole Flash film. It is set to be released on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. When does that?
That's fantastic. I was going to say, that's pretty fucking great that it comes out then.
It lands right on a Friday too. So Cinco de Mayo lands on a Friday. I wouldn't be surprised if they have the tequila song somewhere in that.
That would be funny as hell. The opening is literally that, bro. I'm like, what a great way to start this shit. They know their
fan base.
They're too meta. So
But yes.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you had anything else you wanted to discuss.
No, that was really it. I mean, besides the whole Super Bowl thing and the whole Rihanna halftime show, I said my piece. And like I said, definitely like go back and even just look up Super Bowl commercials, because there's definitely one in there that's gonna get your attention and it's gonna get you laughing really hard.
I think the one I watched was the Breaking Bad one.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And that one I watched, that one was pretty funny.
But what about you? That any other last minute things you want to add?
I do, but I will keep my mouth shut instead, and I'll save it for next week.
Ooh.
So I'll keep it anticipated for next week instead. So,
ooh.
And unfortunately, it is related to our game. So I'm waiting. Yeah. So that's why I'm holding my tongue until next week instead.
Yes. Yeah. And on that note, where can people find you, Leche?
People can find me at Instagram at Leche, or you guys can follow me on Twitch at TechnoFreak95. How about you, Tito?
I'm also on Instagram at 1AlphaPenguin, and I'm also on Twitch at 1AlphaPenguin. You guys can follow the podcast on Instagram at TakeASip_pod. Underscore is the actual underscore, not the word underscore. Don't confuse that. It's kind of a long name for Instagram. And then youtube.com/takeasip. As always, the logos are the same throughout all the social medias. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, share with some friends. If you don't like us, somebody else out there does. May enjoy our banter, or even just find this informative. Which I honestly don't know how much information you actually take from half the bullshit we say.
I mean, we're pretty informative. What do you mean?
Maybe. Sometimes, I don't know. There are sometimes we go off the rails.
We do have mad criticism for sure. I will give you that one for sure.
And on that note, thank you guys so much for listening. Drink some water, have some fun. Weather's getting warmer. So, yeah. Bye.
Bye, guys.